For the past 12 years, since you were in high school, you've been talking about the booty. You've been talking about females. It's always about booty this and booty that. Bro, you chase the booty. You invest so much in the booty. Oh, bro, do you see that? Bro, do you see that? And I'm trying to tell you, you've been hypnotized by the booty. The booty is going to ruin your life. Always the same thing that is not serving you. I refuse to keep talking about the same thing I used to talk about when I was a sophomore in high school. Keep talking about the same thing I used to talk about 5, 6, 10 years ago. Bro, you can't always be chasing booty. It's the same old thing. That's what I'm talking about. So I used to have a friend, and he was quite older than me. And so one day we went into the bush to plug mango, to eat some mangoes. And after getting the mangoes from the tree, we decided to sit down under the mango tree. Just relax, just chill. Now, like I said, he was way older than me, so he was way advanced in knowledge and experience and things. I was still young and innocent in a way. And as we sat down under the mango tree, he brought out weed and he started rolling it up. And I was just talking to him, and after he finished rolling it up, he lit the weed, and so he started smoking it. And I said to him, and mind you, I never smoked, never before in my life. So I looked at him and I said, hey man, let me try that. He looked at me and I could see disappointment on his face. And I remember his face dropping, disappointment on his face, because I asked him to pass me the weed. And he said to me, don't you ever ask me for this? Or why would you ask me to give this to you? And my initial thought, my initial reaction within myself, which I didn't express to him, was to ask him, man, you're doing it, man. Like, if you can do it, I can do it as well. But I was so embarrassed with the way that he responded to me that I couldn't say it. And I couldn't say anything, no comeback, nothing. I just kept my mouth shut. And I was so disappointed in myself. So why am I saying this? Most of us do not actually have people who really care about us. And this is not me saying that everybody that we hang around have to take responsibility or have to care about us. Well, but the truth is they have to. Otherwise, like, why am I hanging around you? Like, why do we hang around people who do not care about us? Look, if you're hanging around people who do not care about you, they don't bring you closer to God, they don't bring you closer to your goal, they don't teach you nothing, you can't learn anything from these people, why are you hanging around them? I had a saying that, you only be successful as the number of people that you talk to in a day. You will be as successful as the people that you hang around. You will only go far as the people that you hang around. Well, what I mean to say is that if you hang around people who do not know anything, if you hang around people who have nothing going on for themselves, not because you think you're better than them, if you hang around people who embrace the same mindset, the same lifestyle that you're trying to escape, what on earth do you think that these people are going to teach you? If you hang around people who are not growing intellectually, spiritually, what kind of information do you think that these people are going to be able to pass on to you? And it is arrogant for you to think that you can keep certain kind of people around you, certain kind of energy, certain kind of mindset around you, without being touched by those kind of people, without being influenced, with your life not turning out just like theirs. You see, birds of the same feather flock together. You guys have something in common. And yes, it might just be a little, but the more that you hang out with these people, the more eventually you'll become like them. The way that they talk, the way that they speak, it's still the same things. And that's why sometimes you hang around people and whenever you come around them, look, they still talk about the same thing that they were talking about 5 years ago. Same thing from high school. And I'm not talking about where you start moving brand new. You start feeling like you're better than these people. No. See, the Bible says that do not be deceived. Do not be naive. Don't get lost in whatever sauce that they are selling you. Bad company corrupt good manners. Bad companies, negative friends, negative habits, hanging around people who have negative habits, who have negative lifestyle is going to corrupt the good or the better or whatever good you have going on for yourself. And you can't feel guilty for wanting better for yourself. Now, I said this in one of my videos. You can't feel guilty. You can't be ashamed for wanting better for yourself, for wanting to love yourself, for loving yourself enough where you begin to head on the direction to better yourself. See, that's one of the biggest things that you can do for yourself. Now, the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. How are you going to be able to love your neighbor if you do not love yourself? And if the love that you have for yourself, if you don't even know how to love yourself, What kind of love do you think that you'll be able to love the next man with? And so most of us, we have people that we're hanging around and we are surprised why our life is going the way that it's going. But it's not because of anything. It's because there's a principle. There's a principle of life. There's a principle that the creator of the world has put into life. There is nothing that you can do about it. You are going to become the people that you hang around with. There is not, you have no say in it. See, the moment that you hang around people who, you all laugh at the same things, you talk about the same things, it's the same high school joke, it's the same things that doesn't really build or improve you in any way. The conversation is always mediocre. For the past 12 years, since you were in sophomore, in high school, you've been talking about the booty. You've been talking about females. It's always about booty this and booty that. Bro, you chase the booty. You invest so much in the booty. Oh, bro, do you see that? Bro, do you see that? And I'm trying to tell you, you've been hypnotized by the booty. The booty is going to ruin your life. Always the same thing that is not serving you. I refuse to keep talking about the same thing I used to talk about when I was a sophomore in high school. Keep talking about the same thing I used to talk about 5, 6, 10 years ago. Bro, you can't always be chasing booty. It's the same old thing. That's what I'm talking about. When I was a child, I acted like a child, I spoke like a child, but now that I'm a man, I got to put away childish things. The moment that you begin to work on yourself, the moment you begin to grow your life, the moment you begin to grow your faith spiritually, the moment you begin to chase other things, the moment you begin to take the gym seriously, take your health seriously, you start reading. Your conversations start changing. The things that interest you, the things that you derive fun from start changing. You see, you no longer want to go to the club again. You no longer waste your time doing things that you know do not serve you. Notice the moment you start doing this, you start growing apart. You can't be hanging around people who have nothing going on for themselves, people who are still stuck in high school, or people who are still stuck with that mindset and think that you're separate, think that you're different from the rest of them. Because you have to understand, you're not different from the rest of them. You see, when you hang around people who have nothing going on, see, their lack of purpose becomes your comfort zone. Their indifference to things becomes your standard. You see, you keep company with people who uplift you. People who are growing, people who want to see better for you and for themselves. What I'm saying is, when you spend time with people who refuse to grow, they won't celebrate your progress. They will question it. They will call it pride, or distance, or change. Oh, you're acting brand new. Oh, you think you're better than us now. Sometimes it's not really your habits that's holding you back, but your environment, the people that you hang around. You see, you will find yourself wondering why your motivation fades, why your dreams and your goals, why they feel heavy. But look around you. You see, if you're surrounded by people who have nothing going on, you will start believing that having nothing going on is normal. You see, energy is contagious. So choose your circle carefully, your tribe. Choose them carefully. Not out of judgment, but out of respect for your own potential. You see, you owe it to yourself to be around people who remind you of where you are going, not where you've been. I remember reading a quote and it says, keep company only with those who uplift you, whose presence brings forth the best in you. You will only go as far as the people that you hang around with. You want to have a stable relationship, but everybody that you hang around with are people who don't have no stable relationship. They don't even know what a stable relationship is. What kind of conversation do you think that you will have with these people about relationship? You want to be successful in your life. You want to be successful in the gym. You want to take your walk with God seriously, but you hang around people who are the complete opposite. And you think that you'll be different from them. No. People can only give you what they have to give to you. And you see, when people are lost, they have no idea that they are lost. Because it's not like you're lost physically. It's not like you went to the market or you went to the grocery and you can't find your way back home. No, you are lost mentally. And one of the ways that you can be mentally and psychologically free is through knowledge. And not just knowledge, but an accepted knowledge. See, my people are lost. My people perish for lack of knowledge. And like I said earlier, most of our problems, most of our issues in life, feeling like we are stuck, can't change our situation, can't go further in life. It's the same old. We find ourselves in the same loop in life. It's because of the people that we hang around with. Like what I was saying, there is a law in nature. There's a principle in life that your life will turn out just like the people that you hang around. I mean, look at nature. Even nature teaches us this very thing. You never see dove flying with eagles. You never see falcons chilling with hawks. You never see an owl with a parrot. It's birds of the same feather. Nature shows us they always flock together. You never see lions hanging around and chilling with cheetah. Human beings are the only creature, the only species that don't understand that principle. And so they hang around people without realizing, or at least they ignore the impact that the people that they choose can have on their lives. I don't want to be misunderstood. I'm talking about something deeper. I'm not talking about, you're white and you hang out with black. No. I'm talking about aligning yourself with people who do not have the same goal. I'm talking about aligning yourself with people who are doing the things that you're trying to escape. I'm talking about aligning yourself with people that have the same lifestyle that you are trying to escape. I'm talking about, why are you hanging out with people who have nothing to offer you? Why are you hanging out with people who do not believe the same thing that you believe? And I'm not saying you can't come around or be among people who have different beliefs and different opinions from you and have conversation with them. No, what I'm saying is aligning yourself with people who you know contradict who you're trying to be. Look at the people around you. See the kind of people that you hang around. See the kind of things that you guys talk about. See the things that you guys get involved in. That's who you are. That's you. And I know it can be humbling, but that's what you need. That's the truth that you need. This is what I had to tell myself. This is the realization that I had to come to. And that's why now I don't have a lot of friends. I only have a handful. I can count them on one palm, one hand. See, I had to cut off certain people. Like I said earlier, it's not because I think I'm better than them. You see, I still love these people, but because I know that my life would not change if I hang around these people. At a point, I have to take responsibility for my own self. I have to love myself enough. I have to love myself enough to understand that, see, my life is not other people's responsibility. I have to love myself enough to choose to break out from these chains and from the shackles. I got to set myself free. I got to do what it is that I can do. I can't be heading down the wrong lane. I can't be heading down like a sheep to slaughter. And I'm still heading down there even when I can peep things. And I'm like, I think my eyes are beginning to be open. But you know what? I don't want to piss nobody off. I don't want to act brand new. So I'm going to just stay here and march to slaughter. I have to remove myself from that situation. And it's not because these people are bad. An eagle never sees itself as a dove. A dove never sees itself as an eagle. It would never try to become an eagle or do the things that eagles do. Why? Because a dove is only limited to the thinking of doves. A dove only hangs around doves, and we've seen this. Even an eagle that is the king of all birds. When an eaglet is hatched by another bird, see that eagle grow up acting like its new family. It never flies. It never soars to the height of its ability. And it never tries to. You have to remember this. The people you hang around with will become your ceiling. When a wolf pup is raised with other dogs, it grows up thinking it's one of them. It acts just like them. It sees itself as a dog. So if you became a part of a group, a part of a community, a part of a tribe, before you could see yourself, that means you didn't pick your friends. That was just where you were thrust into, perhaps by birth, or whatever reason that was beyond your control. If you find yourself in that kind of place, you see, because we cannot see ourselves, because we cannot perceive ourselves, because we do not know ourselves, we see ourselves through the lenses of these people. Eventually, we'll become these people. We'll become what we behold. And even if you know yourself, if you stay there long enough, eventually you will start becoming those people. Because, you see, when you're in that kind of mist, when you're in that kind of place, see, you stop beholding yourself. You will stop seeing yourself. See, you can't see yourself if you're among people who never take the time to see their own self, who never take the time to reflect. What kind of space do you think that you'll be able to create when you surround yourself with people who are the opposite of everything that you've always done? That's what I'm trying to tell you. And if you can be watching this and you don't even realize that, you're one of those people who are blinded. You're blinded to your own state of being. You're blinded to your own life. You do the things that you do because you do not know any better. My people perish for lack of knowledge. So if your problem is a result of knowledge, what knowledge of knowing yourself, knowledge of knowing the truth about your situation, then what you need is to hear the truth about yourself, about your situation. You shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That is in every aspect of life. Hear people talk about energy. I don't really like that term energy because it sounds too new age for me. But for lack of a better word, I'm going to use energy. The energy within oneself, the force that drives certain people See, it's important to keep company with people who uplift you. Hey, Robbie, does that mean that the people that I keep company with should be only people who serve me, people who give to me? Well, what I'm saying is, if you keep company with people who are always giving to you, who are always uplifting you, that's exactly who you will become. If you keep company with people who are building you, you will become, that's exactly what will come out from you. That's exactly who you will be. And who were you giving to when you were in the midst of the people who were not good for you? Oh, you were just giving them. You see, that's what I'm saying. You were the only one giving to them. They were not giving you nothing. The only thing that they were giving to you is the same lifestyle that you were trying to escape. And that's not how it should be. It should not be a situation where only one person is giving, because eventually, you see, that is not sustainable. Either eventually you're going to burn out, or you will have nothing else to give, like I said, because you become like them. Or the only other option is you will run away. And now you're hit with a harsh reality. Maybe now you've lost everything that you've worked for. Maybe they have sucked you dry, all of your savings and everything that you have. You've lost it. And you see, this is not only with friendship. This is with relationship as well. So you have to decide what you want to do and who you want to be and where you want to go. You see, your mind picks up on ambition. Your mind picks up on the conversation and energy that surrounds you. If you're constantly surrounded by small talks and waste of time, your mind becomes dull. And if you're surrounded by visions, ideas, and movement, see, your mind expands. I've dealt with certain people, and you start noticing, every time you hang around these people, you lose energy, you lose motivation. Like you lose your fire, you lose your discipline. You start skipping gym. You stop reading. You start watching things. You start giving your time to things that are not serving you. You start getting off your purpose. Every single time that you hang around these people, every time that you spend time with them, what I'm saying is, if the people around you are stagnant, you see, mediocrity begins to feel normal. You know, being average begins to feel normal. You stop challenging yourself. Look, how you think you're going to challenge yourself if there is nothing challenging around you? If everybody around you is just going through the motion, how you think you're going to set yourself apart? The only way that you can set yourself apart is if you remove yourself from that atmosphere, if you remove yourself from those people and put yourself in a different environment where you can see something that is different from what you've been used to. You can be in a home and you're young, you don't have a job, but you see certain things and you're like, man, this household. You love your people, but you see the things, you peep things and you're like, man, they fight every time, they scream every time. The way we think, the way we operate, the way dad and mom always talk about everything, and the way they approach things, not so depressing. See, it's a good thing, right? And the only reason I think that you can perhaps look at those type of things and it's not right is because your mind has been exposed to something that is different. And so while you can physically be there, your mind can be at a totally different place. You can still be increasing your mind. How? Well, by reading. Why? Well, by consuming the content that are feeding your mind, by getting knowledge. You see, you're building your mind, and that's one of the most powerful, right? Because you can build that mind until you find yourself in a place where you can physically live. Because if you're young, if you're having a hard time in life and you have to stay here, maybe you have to stay at a specific place or a specific neighborhood and be around certain people, yes, that's what you have to do. But what I'm saying is, at least with that knowledge, you know that you don't have to embrace that. You still have a certain level of, no, I'm not going to be this. I'm not going to embrace this. I'm still going to stay to myself. Just because I'm here doesn't mean I have to be a part of this. Just because I'm amongst them doesn't mean I have to be a part of them. And so I will not behold them. And I would rather be alone. Because at the end of the day, you see, my life is my life. And than to have somebody in my life who will destroy my lifeboat because I'm the captain of my own life. I'm the captain of my own boat, and they destroy my boat by poking hole into it, and now water is coming into my life. All this craziness is happening in my life, and I'm trying to save my boat, taking and patching my boat. Meanwhile, they left. They are in their own boat. You see, when I look around me and I see that the people around me have nothing going on for themselves, that's how I know I have nothing going on for myself. I can't lie to myself. And I think that's the part of self-awareness that we all need. I can't say I have something going on for myself, and every single person I hang around, my closest friends, they have nothing going on for themselves. They don't want nothing more out of life. What do I have going on? What kind of thing do I have going on If none of my partners, none of my friends have anything going on in their life, no, I am lying to myself. I have nothing going on. I have nothing going on. And one thing I found out is, see, people who have nothing going on for themselves, see, they want you to stay where you are. See, they want to anchor you to your past. They want to anchor you to the very life that you're trying to escape. And this is why you have to make a clean break. You're afraid of growth. And the moment that you start talking about change, and the moment you start talking about goals or change, hey bro, I don't want to, nah man, I don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to go there no more, man. No, I don't want to do this no more. They will mock it. They will make fun of you. They'll call you, oh, leme, and they will make you feel guilty. They will make you feel guilt for changing. Oh bro, you're acting brand new. Oh man, and we grew up together, bro. We grew up together. What are you talking about? You want to leave me? You're supposed to be my partner, bro. We said we'll do this thing together. We'll ride it out together. But they want to go with you. They'll make you feel guilty. But, these people are not bad. They are not bad. Really. I think it's just a fear. You see, they're afraid of being left behind. And I think that's why sometimes, they love you too. But like I said, what kind of love can you give to somebody if you don't even love yourself, or if you're not even aware of the kind of love that you're supposed to have for yourself? And if the love that you have for yourself is not the right kind of love, what kind of love do you think you'll be able to give to the next man? Yes, you love him, but you're the one who introduced that man to smoking. Yes, you love him, but you're the one who introduced your own friend. You introduced them to watching porn. You introduced them to something that you're addicted to. See, that's what I'm saying. What kind of love is that? It's the wrong kind of love. It's a different kind of love. See, they want you to be around them. They love you. They're going to miss you. You won't be coming by no more. At least not like you used to do. And even when you come, you just hear and you're out because you know you can't stay there. See, one of the greatest things that you can do for yourself is, love yourself enough to change. Love yourself enough to see. Love yourself enough to seek. Love yourself enough to understand. Love yourself enough to search. You have to always remember, be patient in becoming the person that you've never been before. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. And I really hope you guys continue to do the best with what you have. Love you all.